Hunter becomes the hunted. That's the cover of the New York Post this morning. You're looking at it as the House Oversight Committee escalates its impeachment inquiry intro into President Biden with Chairman James Comer issuing subpoenas to, get a pen handy, Hunter, James Biden, and business associate Rob Walker, part of an investigation into the Biden family business dealings. But other family members are going to be coming in, too. Here with the reaction is Fox News legal analyst, editor Kerry Kupak-Urban. Kerry, great to see you. This came down yesterday. They had to do it after they got enough background information. Then you bring them forward. Do you think they will come, number one? And number two, why behind closed doors?
So Hunter's lawyer put out a statement yesterday saying that he's happy to appear publicly at, quote, the right time. What that right time is, I don't know. The other family members, they don't really have a choice. The Republicans are in the majority in the House. They've issued these subpoenas. They carry the weight of the law behind them. As far as the dates they've asked for, which are spread out over the next 6 or 7 weeks, I don't know that we'll get those dates, but they're going to have to appear.
You don't want to bring, you can only bring them once, more than likely. So you have to make sure you got everything. From what you've seen, have they done the groundwork in order to ask the questions that will produce the answers, many of which they might not want to give?
Congressman Comer and his committee and his team have done an impressive job at investigating and just peeling away layer after layer of the Biden family business. And it appears that they are trying to establish a pattern, because influence peddling on its face, it may feel dirty, but it's not necessarily illegal. It's a problem, though, if a government official at the federal level or at the local level receives something of value in exchange for an official act. So what it appears they're doing is they're looking at this time period, both during Joe Biden's time as vice president and also afterwards, to show, look, there were, if you look at the timing and if you look at the loan payments and you look at the money transfers, there seems to be a real connection here. And it becomes a problem with the law if, again, it was an exchange when he was a government official for these things.
Let's talk about Ivanka and the civil trial with the Trump family. She spoke for 5 hours. What was it like in the courtroom? What do you think was accomplished?
The case is not against Ivanka because the appellate court had ruled that it should be dismissed against her, and that's that. But you wouldn't have known that, Brian, sitting there in the courtroom. Ivanka was calm, she was composed, she was pleasant. However, the government's lawyer was aggressive, and he would raise his voice at her if he was frustrated. Now, this is a tactic that lawyers sometimes employ when they are trying to get their witness, or typically it's the defendant, not a witness, to say something. However, it came off, I thought, poorly, given that, given her demeanor on this. It felt a little bit like bullying. The other thing is Ivanka's lawyers kept raising objections to the relevance of the questions, because the questions that they were asking Ivanka were far outside the scope of limitations,
exactly,
the statute of limitations, and it was, they were asking her to remember details, very finite details from 2011, and the like.
All right, Kerry, thanks so much. Appreciate it. This is just a big, it's a big circus. Appreciate you being there. Meanwhile,